I really love biographies. It's kind of my favorite literary genre and also my favorite cinematic genre too. And I used to be obsessed with the A&E channel's biography series, and I used to watch all of those. And there was this kind of formula to them that I thought was pretty interesting. It was like a success story that goes through like this period of failure, and then it's great at the end and triumphant. And I was like, I want to make a biography of myself in the style of an A&E biography, as if it was made by someone else. But instead of it being about success and overcoming obstacles, it'll be about failure and how I was just a failed filmmaker, basically. And I was going to call it A Portrait of Caveh Zahedi as a Complete Failure. And it was going to be about how failure is a spiritualizing force, and it forces one to grow spiritually. And so I decided to go to all my friends who I'd made films with and worked with and ask them to tell stories about my failures. And I interviewed them as if I was someone else. And I would just let them say whatever they wanted to say about me as a failure. And one of the people I interviewed was my friend Richard Linklater. And we did this interview, and he says, you know, Caveh was always shooting himself in the foot. Like, there'd be producers who liked his work, and they wanted to work with him, and he would be completely intransigent. And he would say, we do everything my way, fuck you and your needs, and if you don't like it, tough shit. And of course, they would say, well, forget it then. And he could have been really successful if he hadn't had that attitude, but he did, and that's why he had the career he had. And when the interview was over, I said to Rick, did you really mean what you said, or were you just saying that for the film? And he said, no, I really meant it. And I was like, so wait a minute. How do you do it? And he said, well, Caveh, if a producer is giving you money, it's because there's something in it for them. You have to understand what is in it for them, and you have to give them that. They're not just going to give you money in exchange for nothing. Like, that's not how human psychology works. And I was like, oh my God, he's right. How could I have not figured this out in my entire life? I mean, I've been accused of being self-absorbed, and I guess I am, or was. But I think I was just trying to be true to myself and have integrity and not compromise. But after this, I realized that's just not how things work. And it's not only dumb, it's ungenerous. And so I was like, okay, I got to change my approach here. And there was this rich guy that I knew, and he was really into Shakespeare. And I thought, I know what I'll do. I'll suggest we start a Shakespeare study group. And then we'll read Shakespeare together. He'll get to know me better. He'll bond with me. And then he'll want to give me money. And so I started the Shakespeare study group, and we read every single Shakespeare play slowly, word for word, in chronological order. And halfway through Shakespeare's complete works, he offered to finance a film. And he ended up giving me $450,000 to make it, all because of William Shakespeare.